Welcome to the SportsCon here on YouTube. I'm your host Daniel with your top sports stories. There was no overtime excitement in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The Bruins managed to shut out the Blackhawks in Boston by a final of 2-0. Bruins goalie Tuukka Rask stopped all 28 shots against him in Game 3 as the Bruins defense tightened up. Daniel Paille, who scored the game winner for the Bruins in Game 2, opened up the scoring with a goal of 2:13 into the second period. Patrice Bergeron would then score his 7th goal of the postseason almost 12 minutes later with a power play goal. Bruins now have a 2-1 series lead as we get set for Game 4 on Wednesday. Chicago was sloppy in several moments of Game 3, and quite frankly, they were lucky they didn't lose by as much as 5 goals. Yes, Marian Hossa was a late scratch, and that did affect the Blackhawks in Game 3, but that's no excuse for the defense and bad penalties. That will have to be straightened out for Game 4. Bruins, just keep doing what you're doing. As for the predictions for tonight's Game 6 of the NBA Finals, I'd love to see San Antonio win it all tonight, if not for the sole reason of Danny Green to be named NBA Finals MVP. To have a guy like Green come out of nowhere like Linsanity did last year, but in the finals, is just great television. He might not be the actual most valuable player for the Spurs, even in the series, but he sure does play like it. As for mentality, the Spurs need to play like it's Game 7 tonight. Do or die, because if the Heat win, history is not on San Antonio's side. Now, anything can still happen in this unpredictable series. Danny Green has shown that. But San Antonio's best chance at a title is to win tonight, not in Game 7. But despite all that I've said and my pull for the Spurs, I expect the Heat to win in double digits tonight. The games in this series have not ended close. Miami hasn't lost 2 in a row in months, and they are coming back home with their crowd ready to rally behind them. True, this didn't work a couple of years ago when the Mavericks beat them in Game 6 in Miami for the title, but this Heat team is different. They have since won a title, they've matured, and they have been able to provide a solid counterpunch twice in this series already. I believe they can answer with a third.
And you don't like basketball?
Not really. The season's a complete waste of time. I mean, who watches it? Moving on, top scores and stories in baseball include Matt Scherzer getting his 10th win of the season as the Tigers beat the Orioles 5-1. Scherzer had 10 Ks in 6 innings, allowing just 1 run. Rangers break their 6-game losing streak with an 8-7 win over the A's in Arlington. Nelson Cruz had 2 home runs in the win along with 4 RBIs. Cubs and Cardinals get a weather-delayed game in for a 5-2 St. Louis win. Cards starter Shelby Miller threw 5 scoreless before leaving in the bottom of the 5th due to leg cramps. And the Angels crushed the Mariners 11-3. Albert Pujols went 4 for 5 in the game as the Angels had 21 hits. For more, you can follow me on Twitter at TheSportsConSF. You can also follow me at thesportscon.blogspot.com. I'm Daniel, broadcasting from nowhere to tens of viewers, and goodbye.